Hi, good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Welcome to Nirbhaya High School, Padmanagar Phase 2, Chintal, Digital Learning Classes to understand the subject easily. I am your English teacher, Astalakshmi ma'am. Hi, children. Have you completed your all works? I have said you to complete the term 1 book. Have you completed? I hope everyone has completed that. Okay, children. Now we are going to take the term 2 books. Everyone open your term 2 books. First lesson, The Treasure in the Woods. What you're thinking, ma'am, you have not completed the seventh lesson, you're thinking. Yes? No, children, we are not having the seventh lesson in the portion. Okay? So, we are starting with our eighth lesson. Going with our eighth lesson. Okay, children? Now, take out your lesson number 8. What is the lesson number 8, children? The treasure in woods. The treasure means what? The thing. What you will tell? Yes, the gold. Will tell, no, like a gold. The treasure means what? The which is expensive. Okay, children, that is the treasure. The treasure in the woods. Okay. Before going into our lesson, what is our work? Yes, listen and say aloud words. Here we are having the rhyming words. Everyone opened your books now. Put the finger on that and see it here. Gray. Listen carefully and pronounce it. Say it loudly. Okay, children? Gray, gay. Gray, gay. Came, game. Came, game. Wood, stood. Wood, stood. Wood, stood. Grass, mass. Grass, mass. Rhyming words, you know what are the rhyming words. The sounds at the end will be same. Floor, explore. Floor, explore. Around, ground. Around, ground. Round, found. Round, found. Set, tread. Set, tread. See here once again. Gray, gay. Came, game. Wood, stood. Grass, mass. Floor, explore. Floor, explore. Around, ground. Sound, found. Set, tread. Set, tread. This is the listen and say aloud words. Okay. Now, imagine that you get a chance to go into a forest. Can you name 10 things that you think you would find there? Tell me. First, we'll find the trees. Yes, everyone will tell trees. Then you'll find someone will find some more other things, animals. First, they'll be fearing into going into the forest only. Yes, you think and tell me the 10 words. 10 things. Do you think forests are important to our lives? Give reason for your answer. Yes, I think that forests are important to our lives. It is very, very important to our lives. Yes, children? Yes. For you, what you are thinking? I hope everyone think that it is compulsory to have the forest in our nature, because with the forest only we'll have so much things. The trees will be growing more in the forest. No, the trees will be there means if the rain will fall. Okay, and our nature will not be spoiled. Our nature will be like that only. The environment will be good. Excellent. So the forests are very, very important for us. Now let us read a poem about a boy who goes into the forest and meets someone. Here this boy goes into the forest and he meets someone. Okay, everyone are ready? Listen carefully. In a forest vast and grey grew some mushrooms bright and gay, lighting up the forest floor, calling all to come explore. See here, in a forest vast and grey. Vast means what, children? Very, very big, very big. Yes, children, and it is very, he is feeling that in a grey. Grew some mushrooms, all snows mushrooms, no? It will be like this, like umbrella, it will be. Yes, children. It will be like this, mushrooms. Yes, yes. How it was, bright and gay. Gay means happy, looking happy. By seeing the mushrooms, we are feeling happy. It was very bright. Lighting up the forest floor. It was lighting up the forest floor. Calling all to come and explore. Pick us up, they seem to say. Isn't it a lovely day? They are telling that pick us up. And they are telling that it isn't a lovely day. A boy into this forest came. Exploring was his favorite game. What happened here? A boy into this forest came. Exploring was his favorite game. What he is telling here? The boy's favorite game is to explore. A boy into the forest. He went into the forest. And every day he looked around. Every day he looked around for a treasure buried in the ground. For a treasure buried in the ground. Every day he looked around for treasure buried in the ground. he strolled into a big grey wood. Boy went into the forest and his favorite game was exploring. Exploring means what, children? Going here and there. Okay. And every day he looked around for treasure buried in the ground. Every day he was looking here and there, the treasure which was there in the ground. Okay. Buried means it was under the ground. Okay. He was doing that. Then what happened here? He strolled into the big grey wood. Strolled means what? Walked. Walked. Strolled means what? Walked into the big grey wood and saw the mushrooms where they stood. And he went inside and he saw the mushrooms where they stood. By seeing from the far, the mushrooms are writing bright and they are very nice. And he went near to the mushrooms. Then suddenly his eyes grew round and round. What had he found? Here, then suddenly his eyes grew means it became big and he was seeing like this round and round he was seeing. And it what happened there? He found a tiny girl. Tiny girl means a small girl. Okay, children. Tiny girl sat in the grass, staring scared under the big brown mass. Here, what happened? A small girl. What happened? A small girl was sitting in the grass. And where she was sitting, where she was sitting under the big brown mass. Mass means what? It was not having any shape. A small stone it was there. Under that she was sitting. Don't be afraid, my friend, he said. A smile across his face and spread. See, then spread. What he said, the boy saw that girl and he said, don't be afraid, my friend, he said. How he said? He was smiling across him like he spread his face. Like this he was smiling. And he said that, what is your name? My name is Shyam, and I don't mean you any harm. Then here he asked what the girl was asking, what is your name? Then the boy said, my name is Shyam, and I don't mean you any harm. Means what should he said that I will not do any harm for you. But when she heard the words he said out she stepped with cheerful tread. When she said like this, when he said like that, the tiny girl came out with a cheerful tread. Tread means what, children? Yes, to walk into the certain manner, walking in different way they came outside. Hi, dear Sham, I'm Anne, said she. I'm a spirit of plant and tree. Here what happened, children? Hi there, Sham, I'm Anne. Here he said that, hi Sham, I am Anne. Here he said, the girl said, hi Sham, I am Anne. And I am the spirit of plant and tree. Spirit means life, essence of the life trees, plants and trees, essence she was there. Okay, children. Would you like to help me too and learn about the woods around you? And the Anne asked that, would you like to help me? And you can learn more woods around you. I would love that, Shyam replied. I would love that, Shyam replied. And they set off side by side. They watered the trees and cleaned the ground and filled the woods with the happy sounds. And what they did, they both set off, means they have both talked with them and they were doing the work by side by side. They watered the plants, they cleaned the grounds and filled the woods with the happy sounds. Understood, children? Here the boy went in the here what is that he wanted to tell that the nature, how the nature is, how they will be feeling. Okay, children. See here, what is the first? A boy went into the forest. The forest was how it was. It was vast, means very big, and it was great. And he saw the mushrooms, grew some mushrooms, which are bright and gay. Which are bright and gay. They were calling up and they were telling that pick up us, and they were telling that it isn't a lovely day. They were telling isn't it a lovely day? And here the boy went inside and they were exploring full. He loved his favorite game was exploring only. He was finding every day. He was wanted to see the treasure buried in the grounds. He walked into the big grey woods and he saw the mushrooms where they stood. Then suddenly his eyes grew round and he was seeing where everything. Then he suddenly saw a tiny girl sitting under a mass. Then he said, don't be afraid. I will not do any harm. He was smiling his face, smiling with the smiling. He said, I will not do any harm to you. Don't worry. Come on. Then he said that, what is your name? He asked and he said, my name is Shyam and I will not do any harm. You can come out. He said. Then hearing this, she came out. She came out. The tiny girl, she came out and she said, "Hi, Sham. I am Anne. I am the what it is spirit of plants and tree. I am the spirit. Spirit means what? The essence or the life of the plants on trees." And she asked Sham that you will help me. I would help you. You can learn from woods many things. Okay, children. She replied, Sham replied, I would learn everything. I want to love that. He said. Then both together started the work. What they did, they watered the trees, they cleaned the grounds, and they filled the woods with happy sounds. When we'll pour the water to the trees means how they will feel? They will feel happy, children. So they are near the plants you will clean means they will feel very much happy. Yes, that they have done. Now we have finished our lesson. Yes. Where did the boy go? The boy went into the forest. What did the mushroom seem to say? Pick us up. And isn't it a lovely day? It was saying. What was the boy's favorite game? Exploring. How was the tiny girl sitting in the grass? How she was sitting in the grass, children? Staring, scared. She was still staring and scared. Okay. This is your, let us discuss questions. Now your classwork work. What is your classwork work, children? You should write the listen and say aloud words, rhyming words, new words, meanings in your classwork. And coming to the homework part, you should read the poem and write the LUD questions. Once I will read the poem, okay? You also read after me, children. In a forest vast and grey, grew some mushrooms bright and gay, lighting up the forest floor, calling all to come, explore, pick us up, they seemed to say. Isn't it a lovely day? A boy into this forest came. Exploring was his favorite game. And every day he looked around for the treasure buried in ground. He strolled into a big grey wood and saw the mushrooms where they stood. Then suddenly his eyes grew round and round. What had he found? A tiny girl sat in the grass, staring scared under the big brown mass. Don't be afraid, my friend, he said. A smile across his face then spread. What is your name? My name is Shyam, and I don't mean you any harm. But when she heard the words, he said, out she stepped with a cheerful tread. Hi there, Shyam. I am Anne, said she. I am a spirit of plant and tree. Would you like to help me too and learn about the woods around you? I would love that, Shyam replied. And they set off side by side. They watered trees and cleaned the grounds and filled the woods with happy sounds. This is your poem. You should read the poem and answer the LD questions in your homework book. Okay, children, complete the classwork and homework. Understood, everyone? Now we have completed which lesson, children? Lesson number 8. Okay, children, complete the notes.